Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Songs of Conquest, where we gotta be getting close to this dragon egg, right? Just because there really isn't that much space left on the map. So let's run to the new turn here and just see. That's not it, is it? Tight ranks of undead soldiers guarded the portal, and they said undead soldier stuff. Yeah, no big surprise there. I don't know why they keep giving us dialogue, frankly. Everybody knows what they're going to say. Also, I feel like this is probably not really deserving of its own, like a full battle. We're just gonna wait a bunch of people. Let's see. These guys don't move very fast. Yeah, you know what? Ranged units, rush them. Well, don't like rush them, but you know, get sort of close. Okay, if we dimension door, we should be able to get close enough here to actually do some damage. Right, it's left click and then left click. I've always thought it was strange. Like when moving is right click, it feels like committing a spell target should also be right click to me. I've never really understood why. There's so many games that do it in so many different ways, you know? Alright, so we can teleport you as well, right? Well, I can teleport you with a swap, except that there's not actually anywhere to swap you to. That being the case, then... yeah, I guess just run forward. Okay, this would be the time where we do some magic about it. That's not bad, it makes it awkward for them to approach. And then we can just do some flat damage, I suppose. Oh, we can have these two fight. That's a good time. And then... yeah, there we go. Alright, baited him into the less valuable target pretty easily. Make sure we go around the poison cloud. They have a cool attack animation. The F-Draw seem like really good units overall. They're okay at melee. They're great at range. They're super fast. They look cool doing it. All right. Where does this one go? Weird little island full of Harima mercenaries. And I have to say, they're given better odds against us than I would like to see. That's for damn sure. Looks like there's a little settlement up there. We might be able to set up a rally point. The Harima, a large part of what made the Barians such dangerous foes. Rana, so you've come to battle us. You're in our way. Stand aside and we'll spare you. Spare us? As if we'd ever trust the word of Rana. Harima, remember. I give you my word you won't survive this fight. The marsh provides an ass-whooping. We wouldn't run even if we could. When our wielder returns, we'll present them with your corpse. It's a little harsh. Also, is the audio coming through? It's a little hot, right? Windows reset all of my sound settings for some reason, and I don't know. Okay. Any Windows update is going to just break absolutely everything. It is so frustrating. What a terrible program to have to work with. Okay, so it's just Pipers, and the Pipers can adjust enemy initiative, but not enemy movement. All right, you're not a real unit. You guys can move to there. I guess I will just come up here and go into ambush mode. Interesting strategy to just tank all of the shots on one of the stacks. Need to move 3, right? So this is where the Chiloons stop being unstoppable murder machines and actually find themselves a little bit challenged. How much health do Harima have? 60 each, so our offensive spells are not going to be very good here. I think we will spend our destruction essence on just buffing then. Okay, 4 movement means we can't get to here by walking around the zones of control. Yeah, I guess just stay up top. We can shred enemy defense in general now. That takes a pretty good chunk out of them. Okay. Them being rated fair against us had me worried that this was going to be a lot uglier than it has turned out to be. Our strength is definitely starting to wane a little bit, though. Like we need research time, or recruitment time, rather. May as well refresh that. Ugh, more enemies between us and the settlement. That's very awkward. What do we got here? Sassanids and steam pipers. Yeah, alright. Let's get them. Swift and silent, the deadly Harima Sassanids appeared before the Rana. Rask, the first rider, had heard many tales of these killers for hire, and let me guess, they're not going to remain silent. Nope. You've slain our comrades. Well, they wouldn't stand aside, and so we killed them. What about you? Fight or flight? Ignorant, bloodthirsty Rana. So true to their history. What do you know of it? The humans didn't enslave your kind. All we want is to be left in peace. Well, ignorant you shall remain, and peace you shall have when you're dead. Come on, dude. Can we just... Alright. You know, you don't need to throw dialogue in front of every combat. The ones where you're like just not gonna bother to try, skip it. Just go ahead and skip it. It's fine. Can I merge? I cannot merge troops at this point. Okay, that's awkward. Because I really should have put the 2 stacks of burrowers together. So what is your deal? Enemies don't retaliate. Okay, that's interesting, I guess. Not super interesting. Yeah, I guess move up, get ready. They are pretty quick, huh? And they have a surprising amount of HP. Plug myself in here, so I'm debuffing both of them. And then, yeah, I'm just like super not afraid of their pipers, right? This stack has like 210 health total. All right. I don't know. Again, even beyond the dialogue thing, I don't know that that needed to be a real. That could have been a "they run away from you" thing. I feel like. This island could become a new home for my people, the Ethdraw. Let us go back for them. Well, we've come too far to go back now. We fight not just for your people or mine. We fight for all of Rana. Oh, we Ethdraw have been apart for too long. We've all been apart for too long. Come, my brother, let's press on and claim the dragon's egg, and may it bring hope and a peaceful future. A future together, the marsh provides. Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue in this campaign, and most of it really doesn't need to be here. Okay, what were you doing? You had been cleaning things up. Things are, at this point, pretty cleaned up. And I guess your move is just to come through. Let's grab that. Head over here. Okay, pikes and muskets. We should be able to get this done. I forgot to stack the things up again. It's fine. A little bit of magic will clear this one out. So... I guess the thing I'm doing is like... Yeah. It probably doesn't really matter. I want to leave him up to draw their attention. Here, let's take this shot here. And then, yeah, we can use the bigger stack to shoot her and actually finish her off in one. They should stop stacking explosive barrels right next to their castle walls like that. That seems like a terrible place to keep those. Alright. We'll fix their little red wagon because it is now our little red wagon. This definitely gets sold and turned into a spawning pool. And look at that. The Ethdraw can just get here through that. Rask, the first rider, reached out and touched the archway. It was cold and hadn't been used in a long time. While these archways may be useful for the Rana to explore the marsh, they could just as easily be used by their enemies to bring danger from far, far away. That realization was worth 200 XP. Some velvet shoes, huh? 3 movements. I mean, I like movement generally, but I think I would rather have actual combat stats. Okay, you are headed this way. And I guess just in case there's combat on the other side of the portal, we should restack our army here. Alright, let's finish that up, refill that, refill those. And then stack of riders probably makes sense. We really are not producing very many burrowers. I keep emptying the pool of them, I suppose. Does feel like maybe a stack of protectors makes sense at this point. And then, like, with the 7th slot, do I want to bring tremors and just use them to intimidate the enemy army, or we could run another stack of Chaloon. We don't quite have the resources to run sages. I need to upgrade the shaman hut at that one settlement. I am going to bring more Chaloon. I think this might make the army a little bit... It's not exactly as, like, rush down as I would like. You know what? With this composition, what I would actually really like is another stack of either burrowers or riders. We want to be able to get on people and do damage. We don't need a second group of Chaloon. How fast are the burrower or the tremors? Yeah, they only have 4 movement. All right. 27, 21 with 50 health each. Intimidating is worth a lot. We'll make the stack. I can't quite fill these guys. Okay, well, there is indeed some combat over here. We should probably build a smoldering cave, faster eth-drop production, and then honestly, like... probably mud huts, right? And this is the place where we need to upgrade the shaman tent and all of the shamans. There we go. Bring that down a little bit more. Okay. Stats and free stuff. At this point, probably the gold. Hard to imagine we're going to need more Glimmerweave. Alright, nice simple battle against some specters. So far, we've seen pretty bad results from the auto-resolver. Maybe I'm being too cautious about that. Yeah, the slow movers should probably get at least some distance out here. So I'd have to move 4 spaces closer to get range on you. I may as well just, like, pad up pretty close and... engage ambush mode. So if I partially move, I can still wait. Let's give this a little test. No, okay, it says costs 1 movement and ends the turn, but it is being sort of misleading when it says that. As ever, dimensional door the Chaloon forward. This is part of the reason that I don't necessarily think it would be valuable to have a second stack of Chaloon, because we're not going to have the resources to dimensional door them. Alright, that's pretty small. Here, get the debuffs. Yeah, I don't have the door open for you, but I do have swap. Do I want to swap you? As it would have to be you is the thing. Yeah. It's not ideal, but I do want to get in here and get this. Alright, they're feeling pretty locked up at this point. No kill quite like overkill. Alright, maybe we can chill out with the completely trivial armies placed in my way thing, just for a little while. Make sure this mausoleum is not continuing to produce units. Alright, that's still happening. The other portal is all the way over here. Well, that sure looks like the egg. Guarded by what the game describes as a fair amount of undead. Huge numbers of undead stood on the corrupted earth before them, but instead of the individual skeletons they'd seen before, these were platoons of the dead, their strength fused together into towering undead monsters. Relak and the Ethdraw approached as Pcha and Rask gathered their forces for the final battle. Something has happened here. These are many, many souls fused together as one being. Well, they stand between us and the dragon egg, so they must be destroyed. Oh, their power must be immense. Be careful. We've been careful for too long, Pcha. I no longer care. All I want is revenge. Your rage is consuming you, Urlach. It might be all that is left. Rage makes us burn like the all-consuming flame of the dragons. Let's destroy these things. Okay. Did we need to have a conversation about that? I submit that perhaps we did not. So we have a little bit of terrain blocking here. A lot of awfully big undead. Considerable ranged resistance. No magic resist, though. Move forward a little bit and wait. Same thing for you. Because I really have no idea where we're going to want to be. Safe to run further forward, but I think I'm gonna just stop here and do the ambush. Have both of you just stand in the buffed up positions. We're waiting on the riders to be able to acquire targets. I will say I suspect the riders are going to be clearing specters first. Let's see what our damage capability even looks like. So I reckon I could get one or two of these big guys. How much health do they have? 100 each. So Breath of the Phoenix is actually not horrible here. Right? Like that does some meaningful damage. But if we can wait for the fireball... Yeah, the way the fireball tiles are grouped is definitely more conducive to good damage as well. So I don't think I have to worry about the Spectre with the Chaloon. I'm gonna rush over here and crack these dudes. Because we can do this against one of the groups of Spectres. That's only 5 movement? Yeah, okay. We can go like 5, 6, 7. Really maximize our offense. And then I do have a question to ask about whether it makes sense to just burrow you out of this position. I think let's drop that. That's not what I meant to do. Shit. Let's drop that there. We'll burrow you out of here. Stupid twitchy hands. Alright. Now we have this fireball. And we have to decide where does fireball. I think I like it here. Removing the big guys is like the most important thing, right? And I know clearing out the big guy that's right in front of everybody is probably a pretty high priority, but this can only move friendly troops. Oh, how I wish I could wait for the protector's turn, but I guess we're going to want to be in position to control these guys, right? Maybe the protector doesn't move? Also, the Ethra are going in the wrong order, and it's a little awkward. Alright, I wanted to plug in over here. Together there, and then we can get a pretty decent amount of damage off, but I'm going to lose a bunch of riders if I do it. Well, we could do it from the front. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is better. Excellent work. Yeah, we didn't really lose that much to the retaliations, or to their arcane attacks. I thought this was going to be much worse when we initially clicked. You know what? You are not on the hook for killing this guy. Just go ahead and rest. Do I have... Yeah, I have Dimension Door. There we go. Wow, we really didn't lose very much, all things considered there. Well, Rask, the first rider, directed some troops to carefully lift the precious egg from the old nest it was perched on. As the egg left the nest, fires suddenly erupted from the ground around them. The heat was intense, and the Rana were trapped. Pacha, what can you tell from it? A moment, I must... The fire's around us! The dragons have returned! I am afraid they have not. But the fires... An old magic, maybe a trap. This egg is petrified. It is stone. But you said we would find dragons here. This was to be the hope for our people. I was wrong. I must have misread the signs. We shall look for the dragons elsewhere. Cool, great. Elsewhere, very exciting. Okay, it did eventually let me pick up the dragon egg. What does the dragon egg actually do? Initiative and... Okay. What did I have in that slot before? The braid of the horned ones? Honestly, like, plus offense minus defense really isn't terrible for his army. Because we're doing so much, like, moving into people and rushing them down. The defense loss matters very little because we're doing, like, huge damage to stacks before they touch us. I think I'm going to keep this, and we can maybe pass this to the other guy. Because you still have open trinket slots. Okay. It would seem that the thing is, you know, getting out of here. From far away, they could see an eruption of energy from the archway portal. Someone had arrived. Someone with a whole battalion at their command. Uh-oh. Well, that's troublesome. That's South Creek Flats. And we're all the way over here. As the Rana reached the mountain range, they could find no way through. They had no hope of reaching the Rana settlement before the Barian forces arrived. The Rana and Ethdraw younglings and elders sheltering at the settlement were doomed. No, the Ethdraw, my people! I followed you to find them a safe home. You, your legends, and your bloodshed have brought the wrath of Baria upon us. I promise you, Ralak, we will avenge their death. What good is vengeance when the last Ethdraw are killed? You cannot bring them back. No, Ralak, I'm sorry. I failed you. I have failed my Ethdraw. Ralak slumped to his knees, as did the Ethdraw all around him. But as they fell, Rask could feel a pressure in the air, a tremble in the earth, and saw that all along Ralak's skin, flames licked but didn't burn. Ralak's eyes flew open, rage blazing from him like a beacon in the night, and he roared with the voice of a creature 5 times his size. They tried to hide it from us. They stole our identity. We need look for dragons no more. We are dragons. Around Ralak, all the Ethdraw roared. Their bodies grew and transformed. Wings erupted from their backs. Ethdraw no more. The dragons beat their wings and ascended, majestic and fearsome to behold. Wow, they could just do that at any time, huh? With a gesture from Ralak, they turned as one and dove, sending forth a wall of flame that melted the mountain before them. Barians, I am coming for you. I am the rage of Rana, and you will burn. Okay. My dude, you have... Okay, I was going to say you don't seem to have an army. There it is. That's sad. This still looks pretty bad for you. Does everybody else have reasonable movement? I mean, this can be one of those things where we just follow up and finish him off with a secondary force. It's a lot of dudes. This is the fight they want us to have, right? So let's have it. I'm curious to see how it works out. The settlement burned. Dead Rana lay everywhere. Every Rana knew of the Golden Rose Battalion, sometimes led by other Barian wielders, but considered the wrath of the Rosewaters. They were a nightmare made real, and with their death imminent, this nightmare would come to an end. Life returns to the marsh. What are you? Your doom! Flying lizards, flying vermin, we will show you. You will die. No more words. Okay, I love no more words. I'm such a huge fan of no more words. Is there an actual difference between the dragons and the red dragons? Deals damage to all troops within melee reach between or behind the target troop. And these, okay, the red ones are just better stat-wise. Okay, seems to be. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like dragons should be pretty close to the front. We'll see. Maybe this will turn out in our favor after all. At the very least, we'll hopefully deal a lot of damage. Hey, those are cannons. I do feel like we should probably fix that. So... So we just rush them then, right? You have pretty decent health. You'll probably survive combat. You got +1 melee range. So wait, if I move to here, it would be better to attack this guy, right? Because the damage will splash better. If I'm understanding my my abilities here. No. Deals damage to all troops within melee reach, between or behind. Okay. I think it's like it does damage in a line, is what it is. Well, let's make sure this cannon goes down. That one seems important. And then the next cannon. And at this point, we may as well sabotage, because we're not guaranteed to kill all 5 of these units without it. There we go. And it's, yeah, I think I read, you know, in melee range around, and I was like, okay, so it's just like a fireball explosion kind of thing. But no, that is not how it works. You look like you have a gun. Do you have a gun? You do not. You have the ability to build stakes. Or at least you did. Take that. Looks like we're gonna need a little bit of a push here. So... yeah, actually, I guess I want to move to, like, here. Why did the game think this was going to be close? This doesn't feel like a battle that would ever be close. They did manage to get one dragon. But yeah, those seem awfully powerful. Alright, we took some garbage loot. The last of the battalion desperately fought their way back to the archway, pursued by the dragons. Alea activated the archway, and the remnants of the battalion fled through the portal. As the portal closed, a loud cheer broke out among the Rana. They had defeated the most feared Barian battalion. Their homes were safe, and the dragons had returned. Rise, Rana, rise! The marsh provides. What now? Now we take back what is ours. Balak, will you come with us? Not yet. I must clear the area of undead, so our people have refuge. Once they are safe, the Ethdra and the dragons will come to your aid. Picha? I will come. The Barians are a pestilence that drains the marsh of life. The prophecy is at hand. The time to face them is now. Okay, good, because I just gave you that equipment, you know? Having defeated the dreaded Golden Rose Battalion, and with the discovery of their true heritage, it was time for the Rana to rise. They stepped through yet another portal, but this time they would be the aggressor.
Out of a portal came the Ethdra with intent, seeking the doom of all of us and what we represent. They went deep into the swamp, cutting flesh and crushing bone. When they found the dragon's echo, they found out it was a stone. Then came the Barians, from portals they arrived. They sacked their settlements, Urana did survive. From Ethra filled with rage, the dragons were revived. The fires burned with constant heat, the Barians, they died.
The most important thing about the heat is that it was constant, not that it was like scary or righteous or powerful. It's just like, you know, it was very level. There's not a lot of fluctuation. Okay, the marsh expands. Hey, look at this. We're doing it. I don't think I'm going to start a new mission 40 minutes into the episode. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the victory lap. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return, the Rana rise. We've been rising this whole time, but we're going to finish. This is the end of the rising action. And hopefully we're going to get to play with some more dragons. And we'll see you then.